So hello everybody, we are very happy to be here with you today. As Christy has said, we are Bart, Marleen and Anna. We are secondary education teachers from different countries, but we all participate we are members of the eLife project. So our presentation today is going to be based on the importance of virtual exchanges. We would like to start with a small quiz in which we are going to deal with words and concepts that are going to keep on repeating during the whole day. After that, we are going to watch a short video in which some teachers who have participated in the project explain the importance of the virtual exchanges. And after that, my colleagues are going to talk about their experiences and why they joined the project. And we will conclude by giving you the opportunity to ask us any question that you may have related with what we presented. So the first thing that we want you to do is take out your phones and go to in your browser, you just write quizzes, and you need to introduce the code you have there. Online?
Yeah.
Yeah. You just write quizzes. You need to write a username, the one you want. I mean, it can be a nickname, or it doesn't need to be your name if you want it to pop in the board behind. And we're going to see some concepts, some things from virtual exchanges to see how we do.
What you already know about virtual exchange. Yeah. Nickname.
Nickname, I guess
Is
it is.
is it you, Nick?
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yeah.
And the people online can join as well, right?
Yeah,
So,
the people online, yeah, they can just...
You can do the same at home, and we will see your answers. So.
Yeah, because as you're going to see, the questions are going to be here and in your phones, but the answers are only in your phones.
Yep.
Yes, shall we
Are
start?
we good to go? Yeah?
Yeah?
Okay.
Oh, one more.
Same as in class, always waiting.
We're used to this.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's initiate.
See.
Yeah, so the first question you have in there, what are VE? Is the following definition correct? And then you have to choose one of the options you have in your phones.
Just to make you extra nervous.
Let's move faster.
Yeah.
So time's up. Okay, we move to the second question. So Christy mentioned both of them. So do we know the difference between one and the other? What's a tandem? What's a lingua franca?
Yeah, you can actually choose, I think. You can choose different avatars. It's fun to use in class as well. Oh, you skipped that.
Sorry.
We want to see how we did.
Next question.
Yes.
Okay, so the third question is, which of the following benefits can be obtained from BE? And this is an interesting one because we were wondering why are they important. So from the benefits, you can select, in this one, you can select more than one. You have lots of them, the answer may be more than one. Because they are very beneficial, I can tell you.
Goodness.
All of them.
Yeah.
Is there a button press all? Yes.
The fourth one is if you could put in order the previous one from the benefits, which ones do you think are the most important ones? Put them in order. You have them down there, so you can just put the A, the B, the C in the order. Yeah, because it's put in order.
And she saw the answers and thought, oh God, change it.
That's a skill. It's a good skill.
Yeah. Reflect and change, adapt.
Shall I continue?
3 more to answer. 22 out of 25.
Maybe they're thinking.
Yeah, they're thinking hard.
Or the connection is broken.
Yeah.
Could be. It's your party.
Give it 5 more seconds,
Yeah.
and then we move on.
Yeah. In this one, we have to say there was not a correct answer, so whatever you wrote, it was just fine, because I mean, all of them are equally important, so it's up to each teacher what they put more emphasis on, so.
Yeah.
So how do they help the intercultural competence? We've been talking about that. Is it learning about another culture? Is it learning about your own culture? Is it both?
Ooh, quick. Yes.
And that was the end. I hope you
No,
enjoyed
sorry,
this. Ah, there's
There's
one
one
more?
more.
Ah, okay.
Last question.
Bonus question.
Yeah. Yeah, and this is the last one. So how does it?
Democratize.
Yeah, or classes.
Yeah.
So that was the last one, yeah?
Yeah.
So as you say, it's very important.
Our very unique one.
Yeah.
You won. Yes. You paid attention during our
Yeah.
consortium. Very nice.
So thank you very much for all of you participating.
Yes.
I hope you thought it was like a different way of starting. And now
Mentimeter?
Yes.
Yeah. And as we told you, if you have any questions, imagine they are during the presentation, we're opening a Mentimeter. You just need to go to Mentimeter and write the code, right?
Yeah, menti.com, and then the code that's just on top of the screen, which you can not really see.
No. It's 59762281.
And it stays open
Yeah.
during the entire presentation, so if you have any questions during our talk, you can just type it in and we look at them at the end.
And I'll
Yes.
repeat the code. It's 59762281.
So feel free to ask any question.
Menti.com.
At
Menti.com,
menti.com.
yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. So, thank you, Anna,
Yeah.
for the introduction and for the interactive activities. So today's session is on why is a virtual exchange important? And this is not a question that only we can answer, because over the last few weeks we've been talking to other teachers in France, in Spain, in the Netherlands, and we interviewed them, and they also give an answer on why virtual exchanges are important. And we'd like to show you their answers.
So why do you think virtual exchanges are important? Why do they matter?
I think virtual exchanges are really important because students just don't always have the option to really meet people from other countries and learn English together. They are in the ideal position to learn a language with someone else.
I think it's a brilliant way to connect people all around the world to speak a language, and also I think for students who have a different language and choose like English as a franca lingua, it can be reassuring to be in the same position as another student and speaking in a language which is not theirs. It's less scary than being in a class with your classmates who, well, when you're a teenager, you can be scared of being judged and etc. So yeah, I think it's really less scary, less stressful.
It was very important to also learn about school systems in different countries and different perspectives on education, because you know, every country has their own setup and they have their own reasons as to why they do what they do or why they think this will be the best approach for their students. Someone from outside can ask totally different questions about why you do what you do, stuff that you don't even stop to think about it anymore because it's always been that way.
Bueno, un proyecto como eLife, en primer lugar, y a lo que a mí más me motiva como profesora, es dar la oportunidad a todos los estudiantes a tener una situación de intercambio cultural. Eso es algo que damos por hecho que cualquier persona puede viajar al extranjero, pero no es así. Entonces, para algunos niños es el primer encuentro intercultural y eso es para mí un factor muy importante. En segundo lugar, por ejemplo, para enseñar el español desde donde estamos ubicados en Holanda, es difícil ponerles en situaciones reales, aparte de la televisión o el internet. Hay pocas situaciones de contacto con personas por la distancia, entonces es una forma de facilitar esa entrada de personas con otro fondo cultural dentro del aula.
I think that virtual exchange is very important because it opens the borders, because it gives the students the ideas of living, of way of life of different countries, different cultures, different people, that they can break their stereotypes, that they can feel and touch each personality. In the process of such kind of the discussion, they opened for themselves a lot, opened the country. They became like broad-minded, and it helps them to grow their desire and their desire to learn English language as the lingua franca.
Well, while you're speaking, you also touch other topics. So that's, well, I know that the world is different in every place. So it's not only my reality. My reality is not the own, but yeah, you get to know someone else's reality actually, and I think that is enriching. And also, if I think of my students, my pupils at school. They're younger, they're less experienced, and I think it would be, a great and enriching experience to get to know someone of another culture who lives in another reality, and to reflect that their own reality is not the only one.
If you don't know the person and you have a different cultural background and you just see each other, but you're not in the same room, it's just online, you don't share the same language, just the second or third language, that's all you share. You have to be more understanding and willing to understand and show more empathy in order to really communicate and connect.
So it's a bit the intercultural thing, and also it could be useful to learn a language, of course, and to not only the culture, but also to learn a language.
We had a great experience even of teaching Spanish language to my youngest students from the Spanish student sides, because they are so kind and friendly, and in spite of that difference, because in one meeting the boys from Alfredo side were, I suppose, 13, 14 years old. They spoke to only one my student, and he was 9. After the ending, this 9 years boy just jumped to the ceiling, come to his mom and told, "Mom, can you imagine right now I have learned the word paella?"
Y vuelvo a insistir que hacer la educación más real, más visible y más auténtica hace que los niños entiendan mejor el por qué están estudiando una asignatura, y la hace más real el hecho de que no sale de un método o un libro, sino que entienden el porqué de la asignatura y el para qué luego allí, en un futuro, cuando ellos sean personas independientes, ¿no? Autónomas.
I can speak on the on the level of communication with the teenagers. I'm great guy.
So you see, those were all very enriching experiences. They learn about each other's cultures, and they also learn the language which they speak. Anyone? Yes. So with that, I hand it over to Marleen, who's going to tell us why you should join a virtual exchange.
Yes, so I'm Marleen. I'm actually a direct colleague of Bart in Nune in the southern part of the Netherlands, and I only joined this project 2 months ago, so it's a very short time. I've been teaching for about 12 years now, and a while back in 2013 I had my first virtual exchange with a school in India, and back then, as you can imagine, the technology was not all that great. It was very static. We were all in one room, and the Indian kids were in their room, and we were just coming up to the camera one by one to talk to our Indian partners, so to speak. It was very interesting to research, to see them research each other's cultures and countries and all that, but it was very not interactive enough, basically. So I've been searching for that for a long time, and it wasn't a bilingual school back then, so their English was already pretty good. But right now in our school, I just see that these are kids pre-vocational. They don't like to use the books. They really want to go outside. Why do I need to do this? I play video games. I can already speak English very well. I always tell them, you know very well how to shoot someone and kill them, but to order a bread at a bakery is very difficult for you. So I've been looking for ways to enrich their usage of the English and to make it more tangible for them why they are doing this. And that's actually why I joined the project, to get more of those experiences and see how I can make it more of a cultural importance for these kids to learn the language and to speak to other cultures and other people that are not just online FIFA playing types of people, but actual students of their own age and their own level, and perhaps even one they meet if they want to go somewhere and they can meet these people. So that's my idea on how to join, and I'm actually going to be doing a partnership with Anna. So our schools are actually going to do a virtual exchange very soon. So I'm very excited to be there. So that makes my class and my classroom education way more exciting for me and for the kids, because you learn cultures, you use the language in meaningful situations instead of just, you know, what is the present simple type of thing. So yeah, I think it's very exciting and way more modern way of teaching. So that's why I joined, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, Marleen said she's joining the project, well, 2 months ago. Yeah. I've been doing virtual exchanges with this consortium back in 2014. It was for me, the TILA project, and also the TechOla project, which was the project afterwards. And I'd like to share some experiences from that. In the TILA project, I had a group of 6 students who met after school with me, and they played a game, a virtual game in a virtual world, which is called the Quest 2030. And it was a game that we designed, and my students cooperated with a school in England, and they were talking German with each other, and they needed the German language in order to continue in the game. So they were learning the language, but they were also learning about each other and about how to describe the things in the game in order to move forward. They did it after school, and they were so enthusiastic about it. They were really enthusiastic about it. So the game looked like this, and for example, one of the activities was that they had to build a bridge together to cross the other part. And I'd like to show you some actual footage of their exchange and see how enthusiastic they were.
Tim, kannst du einbewegen?
Oh, Scott, kijk mee!
Oh!
Oh, ik sprong gewoon. Ik sprong gewoon. Dat die hier. Scott, weet dat deel ook makkelijk al. Ja!
Ja!
Jacob?
Hallo, Christol.
Hallo. Jacob, die geht uit een orange blok springen, oké?
Wie? Jacob!
Ja, schön, Jacob! Oh!
Oh!
Ik was dran! Ja! Had ik gemaakt!
And if you understand a little bit of German, they said, well done, and they were really trying to help each other to come across that bridge. Okay, so in the next virtual exchange, I did it with a French school. And it was not just one lesson of 90 minutes, but it was a full period of 6 weeks where every lesson in that week was part of the virtual exchange. It was a full project. We did it during school hours, so we had to really synchronize our timetables because that was a tad difficult. But if you plan ahead, that's no problem. And we did it again in a virtual world. And in this virtual world, we divided the classes, and I had conveniently 21 students, so I had 3 groups of 7. And those groups were always had a task. In the first part, so 12:30, they always had the same pre-task, so they knew what was coming to them. Then we divided the groups, and they met in the virtual exchange, in the virtual world, in which they were carrying out the activities. For example, introducing themselves, or what's in your lunchbox was a very interesting activity. The second group, Group B, was always helping the first group, so that if they didn't know the words in German, that they could look it up or they could ask, so that they were not alone. And then there was a post-task activity in which the things they learned from each other were presented, for example, or written down. Their experiences, and these are quotes from my students, is that they liked it because it's not just working with books, it's a different way of learning. They really liked it that they could speak to each other because it's a quicker way of learning. And they said well, you don't need to shame because the other one is just as good or as bad as you are. So it's more on a peer level instead of talking in the class with the teacher, who they always feel a bit uncomfortable if they have speaking anxiety, for example. And they said it was fun to meet the French people and learn about their culture, learn what they eat during lunch, or how their school looks like.
We're back.
So we're back.
Pop up.
Yes.
And after telling you all of this, we want to know if you have any questions, anything that was not clear for you, or maybe you want to start a project, or you want to share with the rest of us if you did it, how did it go?
Yeah, and you can do that on the Mentimeter, or you can just raise your hand, and then Anna will come to you with the mic.
Yeah.
Oh, our screen went down.
Yeah.
Where did it go? So any questions then? Oh, yeah, there it is.
It's back.
Yeah, it's back. It was so clear, there's no question. Oh, that's perfect.
Then we go to the last Mentimeter.
We do. We have a bit of a bonus for you guys.
Yeah.
Because of the intercultural and internationalization part of it. So as we said before, Bart and I are from the Netherlands, and we have a few Dutch treats that you normally don't have here in Spain. So we actually brought some, and we decided to make it a quiz type of thing as well. So we have another Mentimeter where it says, which Dutch treat do you like best? So I'll get them out for you.
Yeah, we have one. Yeah,
we have a question.
We have a question.
Oh,
How
sure.
can we join if we're interested in a virtual exchange? Well, you should contact us and apply. And exactly. Yeah. The QR code is in the room. Okay, so that's the answer to the question. If you're interested, and on the website as well. Yes. And the link is also include a matching form so that you can apply to a virtual exchange, and we're going to search a matching partner for you and help you with that. You also get a coach, by the way, which is very nice because you have someone to talk to and help you setting up the activities. There is a lot of activities already on the website, so you're not starting from ground zero. Joining from online, have you noticed a change in participation of the whole group of students when implementing eLife in the classroom compared to normal lessons? For me, my personal experience is yes, they were more engaged, more happy to join, to do the activities. So yeah, they were participating more. I'm not sure if that's the case in your situation as well.
Yes, that's true. I mean, normally, you know how teenagers are. I mean, we work with teenagers. I imagine kids, sometimes they are like more eager to do things, but teenagers, they are in a stage where they can't be bothered or they just don't want to do the activities. And English, I think sometimes it's a subject, at least here in Spain, that most of kids don't like, or they're really good or they don't like it. And this is a perfect way in which they say, oh, so I'm going to talk with someone from my age, and they get like really excited. I don't know if it's because of the age, the hormones, but it really works. I mean, they get really on board. So yeah, it enhances the group interest.
A question from the audience?
A question from the audience, yes.
Well, I've been participating in an eLife project and I've got a lovely match. We work together really well with the school in Guadalajara. But I was wondering, what are your experiences? When do you have a good match between schools or colleagues? What can you expect from each other? Can you elaborate a bit more on that?
Well, I think that Anna and me can actually answer that one. Perhaps. Because we were both, we were a good match, yeah. So we actually had a meeting and discussed which groups we had and if they would match, and it was actually a perfect match, same age, same amount of pupils, same interests and all that. So I think that those are the things that you have to look for in a match. As you saw in the video, sometimes 9 and 13-year-olds match as well perfectly. That's fine too. And if you have the same idea of what you want to achieve, so what you really want to do, because of course virtual exchange can go any way. And if you are on the same level and what you want from this or what you want to learn from each other, then that is a good match as well. Yeah. Anything to add? No?
Perfect.
Okay, perfect.
Totally agree.
Yeah,
It helps if the teachers have a match as well.
Yeah,
So
there has to be,
some chemistry.
This was the first time that we met in real life. We met online before, but we hit it off right away, so that's fine. Yeah, it's fun. Yeah.
We have another question. Did the students enjoy having an avatar so they could be someone else? In my personal opinion, experience, a lot of them did, but it was not that decisive for them. Some of them really were curious to find out how the other person was, looked like. So the avatar was not that much of a decisive factor for me.
We didn't use them yet.
No, you didn't choose them. So
No, we didn't choose them yet. No.
Online, we have another question. Do you have assistance in creating a virtual world? Someone that helps you learn how to build and to modify? Yes, indeed.
Yes, we do. We have the
our tech guy. Yes.
We have the amazing Nick, who can you can just tell him
nickname
whatever you want, and he will try to make it happen. Most of the time, he can. Give him some time, and then he will. So yeah, you do. You don't have to do everything yourself. You can, by the way, but in other words, if you're not. For me personally, I'm not very handy in those things, so I just tell Nick what I want.
And at this moment, for example, before I give you the mic, at this moment, for example, we already have 4 worlds ready, available to test for every language. Yeah, we have one for German, for Spanish, for English, and for French. And you can find them on the website at the resources page, free for everyone.
And also on the website you can find a link to videos that I've created with instructions, short videos, 3-4 minutes, with all kinds of instructions, how to build, how to place objects on walls and stuff. It's really about 25 or 30 videos, and it's still growing. So, and you can always email me and ask me questions about this.
And this also answers partially the question if there are any workshops from Nick showing us how to. Yes, Nick already uploaded some videos, some workshops, how you could do that.
Just a quick one. Which thing do students like best? Not reading in a book. Just doing something else than doing it in a book.
True.
That's my experience.
Yeah, going back to any workshops from Nick showing how to, well, we will be organizing a series of how-to workshops, online workshops from November, December, and one of them will be how to integrate the virtual world in your classes. So, yeah, to be continued.
Yeah, and perhaps because of the time, I think we will leave this Mentimeter open for a while, so that if any other question pops up, then we can try and find you and answer it, or
find us today. Because we're
find us today. So then we have a few minutes left for our bonus. Like I said, some Dutch treats. We brought stroopwafels and black licorice. So the black licorice got stuck together a bit in the airplane, so you might have to wrap it together. And the stroopwafels were a bit crumbed, but we do have them, so I'm going to leave them out here on the table. I don't have a very big storage of it, so don't take too many, please. But enjoy, I would say. And you can fill in the Mentimeter to say which you like best.
Yeah.